let's maybe in the meantime get cracking on, because what myself, April, and Lloyd are here to do is we are very much the warm-up before the heavyweights come on, and we are going to go through everything that we've done this year, which may seem like a lot, and it is. But so maybe there's some stuff you missed, maybe there's stuff you haven't, and we'll also give a sneak peek of some stuff still coming up. Achtung Cthulhu. If there are any Achtung Cthulhu fans out there, of which I count myself as one, but I'm not out there, I'm in here, then it's been good. It's been good.
I feel we need to talk more about Achtung Cthulhu, specifically because this is a place very close to Modiphius' heart.
Yes.
For those of you who have been with us since 2016, you know that the reason why Modiphius exists as a company was because the Achtung Cthulhu Kickstarter in 2016. And from then on, we have grown from strength to strength to strength. So having a return of our flagship product into the mainstream industry has been a really big boost on both us and also on our fans. And it's been great watching it translate from the systems that started off being Savage Wars in 6th edition, what's called COC, to 7th edition, and now to the 2D20 edition. And it's gone through so many iterations and changes to the point where it's there. And the people who've worked on it have been with us for so long that I'm pretty sure their names are etched within the company's like actual coding for everything else that comes through. So for those of you who support us for that long, thank you very much. And we hope Achtung Cthulhu will keep you happy for the days to come.
Yeah, and I think this is the best version of it, personally.
I mean, of course it is. It's the one that was selling.
I know, but it's like kind of like I could have kept quiet, you know, if I didn't think that. But no, I just honestly think it's so much fun. You know, it leans into everything I loved about the setting. There are PDF missions coming out regularly. I've got some of it on my not at all staged shelf behind me.
The Black Sun's edition.
That's the Black Sun version up there, yeah. So that's the shiny, lovely version. And there's more coming on, because coming in October is something called Winter of Fear. Oh look, Scotrick, you're reading my mind. Winter of if you've seen recently, we did the Shadows of Atlantis, which is the reversioning into 2D20 of that. Winter of Fear. I mean, what could that mean? Who knows? But there's going to be other stuff. Spooky Halloween things.
Some streams.
Jetpacks. Yes, definitely some streams as well. And a giant Wendigo, which I'm quite handy of. Sorry, April, I was shouting over you like a complete idiot. What were you trying to say?
No, yeah, there's going to be some really cool streams coming up. That we're sponsoring, like from Garblag Games and Cybernation Uncensored, and the one shot by Cybernation Uncensored is going to be DM'd by our own Ben, who's the project manager, not of Achtung Cthulhu, but of Fallout 2D20.
He's Achtung adjacent.
Wait, Fallout Wasteland Warfare. Sorry, not 2D20. That's James. Fallout Wasteland Warfare. So, oh my God, there's so many of you. I'm just kidding. I know. But yeah, so that's really fun.
So that's coming. So if you're an Achtung fan, then there's plenty to look out for. We'll come back to Cthulhu stuff later. But Dune, we're talking about Dune in a big way later on tonight. But if you haven't seen it, this is something we're very, very proud of. We did it, which is the Agents of Dune box set. It is like not a starter. It's like a whole campaign. You just open it and you crack on, you get going, and you take the place like of an alternate universe style scenario of taking over Arrakis, and it's awesome. I believe you've played this, haven't you, April? I haven't had a chance to.
We did have a mini series of the campaign in the box set over on the initiative order that just wrapped up just a couple weeks ago, but it's on VOD on our YouTube channel. But I just got the box set and opened it, and I was shocked at how much is in there. There's so much. It's literally all you need it's everything that you need to just open the box, sit down with your friends, pass out the character sheets, and get to playing. Yeah. So I was absolutely blown away by the quality and the amount of stuff in it. So
yeah, definitely.
I haven't got to play it yet, but I just got my box set in, so I'm hoping to play it too.
Exactly. Yeah. It is. Sorry, the question there was like, is it like an alternate? It's basically kind of. It's the initial start of the story. So what if the Harkonnens were leaving Arrakis and another house was taking over? But in this case, it's a very different house, and so maybe their relationship with House Harkonnen is not as problematic, shall we say, as the Atreides. But we don't want to say too much because half the fun about this is opening the box and finding that out yourselves. If you missed it, we also did Dune, Sand and Dust, which is the Dune sourcebook for Arrakis. Which is amazing and beautiful. That's the special edition and the normal one. Desert Power, indeed. Desert Power. That's my best Oscar Isaac impression. I'm growing the beard. I'm desperately trying to become
focus
like a East Anglian Oscar Isaac. But
stop getting distracted by your beard.
In my dreams. Fallout RPG. Someone was asking about this. I saw about this. Go on. This is one of the most awesome starter sets I've ever come across. I just think it is. Because those dice are really chunky. It comes with a... What? I'm a simple man with simple pleasures.
I can respect that.
Those dice, you can do damn it. Look at them.
Like they're. This is me holding. I mean, that's just one of them. And then you get 3 of them in the set. You get 2 d20. Oops, sorry. And a hit location dice. And you get 4 of these cute, like, I love these things. Sorry, and I've got a couple of sets. You get like 4 of the damage dice, and I love this game so much.
They are indeed super nice. But yeah, and then you get the caps. The character sheets are really nice. It just all feels very, very, very Fallout to me. So if you want to get into Fallout RPG, check that out. That's out there as well. Now, next up. The line that produces so many PDFs, I can't help but boggle at it. Star Trek Adventures. So this year, there's already been like kind of these 7. So that's 4 sets of mission briefs and 3 actual missions. I think I may have missed some. Even there are so many of them, but they are amazing. They're all brilliant. They can all slot into anywhere in your campaign. Also. If you're a fan of Star Trek Discovery, which I kind of love, the Discovery book is gorgeous.
And the art.
Yeah. It's just so sexy. Also, Discovery. I would say Discovery and Picard. We're doing the crew packs. So if you don't want to go full core book, you can just insert a few characters, whether that's from Discovery or Picard. Still yet more from Star Trek. I sigh like that. There's so much.
It's because it's such a popular... I mean, Star Trek Day was yesterday.
That's true.
Wait,
it was.
Day before yesterday.
It was. Happy Star Trek Day.
I feel like there will always be content for Star Trek for us.
It is.
It's such a lovely little thing that came in the house, and it's so one of the really big things that we work on. And we have a lot of time for Star Trek.
Yeah. There was all.
And there's a new show.
There is one. There's new shows coming out at the wazoo. These are the players and the GM books. They're both beautiful as well. Vulcan Handsign attempt. Come on, we can all do that. Come on. Am I the only one? Yeah, there we go, Lloyd.
Oh, good. I'm out there.
I cannot believe I've been reduced to this.
Exactly. What we need to do, Lloyd, is kit you out with the tricorder box set.
Oh, you know what? I wear that thing like it is a fashion statement.
It is a fashion statement.
Yes, it is.
It is. I'm looking forward to the day when I can go and work at a con and see someone actually wearing this. This is like, again, it's like a little start set. Everything you need is in there, but it also just happens to be completely wearable and look like an old school tricorder. It is very retro. So we mentioned there'd be more Cthulhu stuff. Cohors Cthulhu. Now, people occasionally leave messages and say things like, "What is Cohors Cthulhu? Please explain." And it's like, well, you got to work it out from what there is so far. And what there is so far is there is a bunch of fiction. Now there is videos on our YouTube channel, which you can check out. They are all pretty awesome. And there's also fiction, which can be found at modiphius.net, and they are like blogs, blog form content, but they are basically fiction that takes place in the world, and we'll let you know what's happening. It is shared. It's a shared universe, isn't it, with Achtung Cthulhu? So this is the past of the Achtung Cthulhu world, and yeah, it's just keep your eyes out, because this one's going to build up slowly. and it will be coming as a bigger thing next year. So don't forget to check out for Cohors Cthulhu, because I've seen some of the stuff which hasn't been released yet, and it's very, very good. If Chris Birch, beloved head Modiphian, was here, he would espouse it wisely until the cows come home. But we don't have that amount of time, unfortunately. So all I can say is go and check out the fiction. It's bloody lovely. Conan. Lloyd.
I believe we had a release for this year. Shadow the Sorcerer
We did.
was the big release. So Shadow the Sorcerer is the third of the books that are coming in post Kickstarter stuff. We've had Age of Conan, we have Wave Save Crimson, and now we have Shadow the Sorcerer to add on top, which is a nice little extra adventure added on top of what we normally had. And I would love to give more information in, but everything I say will be a spoiler, so I'm going to keep my voice low and down. I'm just saying, get a chance to check it out. It is available both PDF and in physical form at both the US and the UK stores.
It is the Conan universe. You don't roleplay as Conan. I mean, you could if you want. There's nothing stopping you. That's the way things work. But that's the setup. Blazing Lock.
If you do want to roleplay as Conan, Conan does have stats.
He does.
If you want to play a game,
every stage in his life.
Yes, we have done it for all the books, but you gotta get the books if you want to see how that works. So it's up to you.
Best in life. This book.
Yeah, Shadow the Sorcerer is the best in life. But yeah, so check that out. There is now, I think, so many Conan books, I can't even keep track of them. So
I could name them all, but I would definitely leave one. There's also Tiles, Dice, so much. There's so much Conan stuff.
Trays,
always available.
Bags.
Exactly. Homeworld Revelations. Did you just do a yay for Homeworld, Lloyd?
Yes.
Good. I just saw this. I thought you were either lifting or something, but
I could also maybe I'm walking out.
Lifting up the home world.
Nice.
I am. Oh.
You live no DMCA. So you can get the quick start now, I believe, which is ties into the core book, which is coming soon, and. This is one of those ones I can't quite get my head around the fact that we're doing, because Homeworld was like my game as when I was growing up, but therefore I can tell you, having looked at this, it's really good. It's really good. If you're like nerdy about that rule book for Homeworld, there's some good stuff in there. So do sign up for the information on that.
We hopefully will also have VTT support for both the core book and that on various VC platforms. But it's a work in progress. We're hoping to get it released at the same time. So watch the space.
You're starting up some Homeworld streams. Awesome, Cybernation Uncensored. Nice.
Heck yeah.
Whoop, whoop. What is Homeworld? Well, if you go to the Modiphius.net website, you'll be able to find out. But it is an odyssey across space, based on one of the best video games of all time. Just saying. But slightly biased. So, John Carter of Mars. Hands up who saw this one coming. You all keep your hands down, because no one saw this one coming.
We knew behind the scenes.
I think it's cheating if we knew.
Yeah, that's kind of getting away.
True.
So
people have been asking for that.
Exactly.
What about John Carter? John Carter, bam.
Yeah. So John Carter, there has been a thing for a while, and what we wanted to do was, some of the minis are long out of print, really, when you get down to it, and they are, I think some beautiful, beautiful minis. Particularly Waller is a fan favourite. So these are going to be STLs that you can buy, and you can print them out yourself. There are 3 sets. There's the Heroes of Barsoom, there's the Thark Warband, and the White Ape. And if people like them and want them and go in for it, then we'll do some more sets. But it's just something we want to do, to see, like, does that gorilla have 5 arms? He has 4 arms and 2 legs. One leg is unfortunately positioned behind him. But yes, and he's holding a rock. 6 arms or 4 arms and 2 legs is a theme in John Carter, if you don't know it. So there will be some STL fun for you if you've got your printer ready. Skyrim, the adventure game. We're into sort of the board game section.
Ooh.
Now.
Yeah, best video games of all time.
Yes, also one of the best video games of all time. I mean, It's not Homeworld.
And now best
but,
board game of all time.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
Nice. That is some hype. I like it. This is this got done on this got betraying my country roots there. This got done on the Game Found.
We done did it.
We done did it. And it is an amazing adventure story game that allows you to explore the whole of Skyrim and delve into dungeons. We have a brick ton of playthroughs on our YouTube channel, so check them out if you want to see how it's played. Ranging from professional board game players to just Skyrim fans who are trying their best. It is a hefty box. I think when my copy arrives, it will be one of the biggest things on my shelf, and may actually destroy the shelf. So
it might be as big as Gloomhaven. Like Gloomhaven,
really? Wow.
That game.
Oh my god,
that's huge.
That is dense.
Maybe not quite as big, but it could potentially be. I don't know.
It could be. We'll have to. That's something we'll do on Instagram when we get them. We'll have a weigh off.
Have a weigh off.
We'll put on the gram. We'll put on the gram.
Yes, Granddad. Other board game awesomeness is Spectre, which is again just bloody good fun. If you haven't seen this, absolutely check it out. You get to play as Bond villains rather than James Bond. You are the baddies, Mr. Bond, and you are trying to become the number one in Spectre all the time while fighting against each other and that pesky 007 who is there to ruin your carefully laid schemes. It does not come with an optional fairy cat stroke, but otherwise this is
you have to use your own cat.
I know my cat does not like me just being an evil genius, but this is so much fun. It's one of those ones where I think every time I've started playing this with people at the beginning, everyone's like, okay, I get it, right, we're kind of working together but we're not, okay, that's fine, and people are chill. Then after about 4 turns, people are just like, burn in hell, this is not good, I can't believe you did that, and it escalates really quickly, but it's such good fun. Right, Homeworld again, I think.
Yes.
Ooh, are we going to talk about what I think you're going to talk about?
We are, because board games, it's Fleet Command. So if you've seen this has been announced, it's coming to crowdfunding soon. Is there a date attached to this? Does anyone know? I don't think so.
I don't believe... Hold on. You know, April.
I don't think so.
No.
It's in development. I think we said next year.
Yeah. But yes, it's your space battle war game for Homeworld, which is the bread and butter of that, and little mini motherships and spaceships. I do like it. So that's going to be amazing and incredible. I'm really looking forward to that. Sign up for more information about that because we'll filter that out when we have more to say. Printers, 3D printing. There has been more STLs for Fallout than I think is humanly possible. I know, kind of fit them all on one screen. I had to fit in the guy who's dressed as a goat though, because that's just that's too weird not to. If you've got access to, if you've got your own, or you can abuse someone else's 3D printer, I'd highly recommend checking them out. There's some amazing stuff, and not to sound too QVC, it's very reasonably priced actually. It's quite a good deal.
I want those buildings. I just need a 3D printer so bad.
The problem with this sort of stuff, 3D printing on this scale, is like, how are you ever supposed to paint all this?
I would, if I had a 3D printer, man. I would just be like, I would not do my job. I would just be painting because these are so good. Okay, like you said, there are so many, and we just released the Wasteland critters.
Yeah, they just
yesterday.
Yeah. They were in this slide, but they're off sort of like on one side or something. It's kind of, there's too much there. But yeah, there's some amazing stuff there and some just ridiculous stuff. Speaking of a ton of stuff, Fallout Wasteland Warfare has released 101 minis this year. There's been brilliant ones. I think I've actually not got all of them on here because they were getting so small. it started to look a bit ridiculous.
You couldn't see them.
Like Swan and the Deathclaw were the only reasonable sized ones. But yeah, there's some amazing ones. The long-awaited Mr. Handy set and the Deathclaw Matriarch.
The bowler hats. You can't. You can't. How that one's positioned. You can't see his bowler hat, but he's got a bowler hat in the middle.
Exactly.
I love that one.
That super mutant is epic. That is Swan. He is awesome. Don't know why I suddenly went Valley there, but never mind. There's also been a bunch of other resources for Fallout Wasteland Warfare. So
the Brahmin just came out yesterday.
Oh god, yeah, the Brahmin, yeah.
The Mongrels came out yesterday, so go order those.
Yes, the Brahmin are the best, especially that pack Brahmin. He's
so
thick.
cute.
The resources we've done is Into the Vault, so you can explore the vaults. The Commonwealth expansion, which is the rules for all of those minis, and Unexpected Shepherd Part 2. With Part 3 isn't far off either. So
it came out yesterday.
It came out yesterday.
Yeah.
I may have spent all yesterday preparing all these slides and not noticing that stuff. So.
It came out yesterday.
Amazing. So imagine that. But I'm indicating with my mouse here. That's not going to help. Imagine that cover, but exact same thing with 3 written on it. The Elder Scrolls Call to Arms has also dropped a ton of stuff. There was the last bits of the previous chapter at the start of the year, but this year has seen the first 4, maybe more, I think, sets of chapter 3, which is Dawnguard. If you are a subscriber to our YouTube channel or you follow us on Instagram or Twitter, you will have seen like little previews of some of these guys going out. That is pretty much everything, apart from one thing to say, which is if you've been listening to or reading all the scuttlebutt, you will know that something called 2D20 World Builders is happening. Now, what is that, you may ask? That's a very good question. So, if you noticed, we released an SRD, and this is the kind of community content program that goes along with that. It's basically going to be launching imminently on Drive-Thru-RPG, and if you've used or seen other companies' community content programs, you kind of know the vague flavour we're going for, because there's a good mould, why break it? But this will basically let you create your own content using the 2D20 SRD, and any IP you make is yours. You can use anywhere else in the world, as long as it's not based on any of our licensed content, because obviously we don't own that, we license it. But yeah, we will promote some selected releases. We will, the idea is that we, rather than just being like, here's something to make, how to use and make things with, we kind of really want to support the people who do stuff. And, if people are making really great things, we want to really support you on that. So there is a URL there, which I believe is 2d20worldbuilders.com. We've stressed for that URL a while, but you can go there and you can find out more about it, how you can create stuff and how we want to work together with you, basically, if you've got great 2D20 ideas. So you can't make Achtung, definitely not Cthulhu 2D20. You could make the London-based version, Crikey Cthulhu, I suppose, where chimney sweeps take on the Dark Lords of the Ether. But
also, we will be doing a separate program for Achtung Cthulhu and Cohors Cthulhu. So if that is what you're hard on, watch the space.
Exactly, because obviously there's a difference between, say, like Star Trek and Fallout and Homeworld and all the other things, but Achtung and Cohors, as Lloyd said at the start, are kind of our babies, and we'd love to see what people do when they just get to play in that world. So yeah, crack on and see what you can come up with, really. That's it. That's a whistle-stop tour of 2022. And to be honest, there are things which we know about we can't talk about.
Yeah. Don't tease them for the stuff we can't tell them.
I know.
Next year's going to be huge.
It is going to be huge. And it's a really good idea. I know it's one of those things that people always say, but do sign up for stuff, people always go, how can I find out about the latest release for this? And say, literally, we will tell you as soon as we can, because you know what, we would really like it if people buy it. That's how we work. Please put bread on our tables. But I think it's that, and also we're just immensely proud of some of the stuff we do. So if you're not signed up to mailing lists, please do. I think we've officially reached the end point of this section. Okay, so we're going to take a break, and we will be back in 10-15 minutes or so, where we're going to go through the whole of the new Fallout wave with the Fallout team. It will be amazing. I've seen the minis, they're great. So see you soon. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Bye.
Bye.